Hello, everyone. Welcome to the beginning of Study Abroad Week. We're kicking it off today with a short presentation about Northwestern Programs. My name is Jessica Fetridge. I'm an Associate Director in the Global Learning Office. I advise on programs in the Middle East, North Africa, and Spain, but I'm happy to answer questions about any programs you have. So here is a look at our agenda for today. Give you a very tiny brief overview of study abroad generally at Northwestern, an overview of Northwestern programs. I'm going to go through some of the programs, talk a little bit about money and academic planning, and then the application process at the end. I will leave plenty of time for questions. Feel free to drop stuff in the chat. Full disclosure, I'm not super great at looking at it while I'm going through the presentation, so it's likely that I will get to it on the back end, but feel free to throw things in there as you think of them. All right. So study abroad at Northwestern are credit-bearing opportunities to work toward your degree outside of the United States. We like to say in normal times or in pre-COVID times, about a third of all students at Northwestern studied abroad at least once for credit during their time at Northwestern. And recently we've seen a trend of students actually going abroad more than once. Overall, we have programs of different lengths in all terms in about 50 countries. But again, today we're focusing on Northwestern programs. So what are Northwestern programs? Excuse my dog. Northwestern programs are programs designed specifically for cohorts of Northwestern students. They are open to students from outside Northwestern, although it is becoming less and less common for non-Northwestern students to participate just due to capacity and popularity amongst our own students. So more than likely, if you choose to participate in a Northwestern program, you will be with other Northwestern students. Financial aid applies for Northwestern students or Northwestern programs in all terms, and we have scholarships available over the summer for students with demonstrated need. All Northwestern programs have a set curriculum, meaning that the courses are chosen for you. You do not get to choose the courses that you take. And the vast majority of the programs offer direct Northwestern credit. So what that means is that you'll see an actual Northwestern course number and course title show up on your transcript, and your grade will factor into your Northwestern GPA. There's a small handful of programs that offer a combination of credit, both direct credit and transfer credit. But for our purposes today, we'll just assume that most of them are offering all direct credit. All right, so let's get started. Here are the programs that are offered, and I'm going to go term by term, starting with the fall. In the fall, we offer 3 programs, all in Paris, and they are listed here. There's art, literature, and contemporary European thought, European Union studies, and public health in Europe. All of these programs are open to students of any major, although some tend to attract students of particular disciplines. For example, European Union Studies has a heavy econ and political science curriculum, and public health in Europe is specifically designed for global health students, although we do have non-global health students participate. I didn't list the courses out. They are available on the program brochures in the Global Gateway, but this is a high-level overview of the programs available in the fall. We do have students in Paris right now participating on all 3 programs, so we are very excited to say that these are our first Northwestern programs running since fall of 2019. All right, for winter quarter, we have the Global Healthcare Technologies program. That's in Stellenbosch, South Africa. We partner with Stellenbosch University. It's about 30 miles away from Cape Town, I think. I think I saw Sarah McGuinn, so correct me if I'm wrong on any of those geography details. Anyway, it's in South Africa. While the program is open to all majors, students must have a significant technical background in order to participate. The courses, or the majority of the courses, are biomedical engineering. So it's good if you have a computer science or engineering background. This program's in conjunction, it's a partnership between McCormick and the BME department at Stellenbosch. And this program is approved for participation in winter, so we're pretty excited to have a group of students going to South Africa in January. All right, in the spring, we have another program at Stellenbosch in South Africa. This is Public Health and Development. Again, designed primarily for global health students. However, students of all majors can participate. This one has not yet been approved. It is in a review process. So hopefully we will know more soon. All right, and then the bulk of our Northwestern programs run over the summer. These are not all of them, stay tuned. Here are the programs that I would say focus on both public health and language and culture. You'll see we have a program in Athens, one in Berlin, a public health program in Serbia and Bosnia-Herzegovina, public health in Mexico, and then Spanish language and culture in Barcelona. These all offer direct credit, but I believe, I'm sorry, public health in Mexico is transfer credit and Berlin is a combination. So those are two of the exceptions that I mentioned earlier in the presentation. Then we have summer programs in China. I pulled these out for two reasons. One, there's 3 programs in the same country, one focusing on political and economic development, one focusing on public health, and then a special program with the Wangchong Corporation. So there's 3 programs in China, and then I pulled them out because it is quite unlikely, unfortunately, that these programs are going to be able to run in summer 22, just due to continued border closures and entry restrictions to China. It may change, but as of right now, if you were planning to go to China over the summer, I would look for alternative options. But these programs will be available in the future, so that's why I wanted to include them here. And then we also have the Global Engagement Studies Institute. Again, pre-COVID, this usually runs in person. It's a community development program where you do an internship with a local community organization in country. This summer, we will have certain locations running in person in country and certain locations running virtually. It's to be determined which programs will be which, but more information will be available soon. This is a 2-credit summer program. You get 1 CESP credit and 1 international studies credit. And that's true for any location. It's just the partner organization with which you work is different. And all of the locations in Spanish-speaking countries require at least a year of Spanish because you need to be able to communicate with your community organization in Spanish. All of the other locations are fully operational in English. All right, so if you want to learn more about these programs, like course details, read program evaluations and all of that, there are a couple of ways to do it. You can go to Global Gateway. Global Gateway is our application and program platform. So you can search programs. We have a really robust tool. As you can see, the arrows are pointing to that Northwestern Programs button on the top. If you click that, it will list all Northwestern programs. If you know that you only want to do it in a specific term, I recommend searching Northwestern programs by specific term, so you don't get really excited about a program that's not offered when you're able to go. All right. So in terms of money, program costs vary widely. This is true for Northwestern programs. There is not a set cost for the program. It's dependent on location, term, all of the above. There is a cost estimate on every program page, so you should be able to have a good estimate of what the program will cost, including personal expenses, airfare, all of that. Financial aid and loans can be used for participation on Northwestern programs. As I mentioned earlier, there are special scholarships available for the summer programs. And aid is adjusted based on the cost of the program, including the cost of living. It is not based on the cost of attendance at Northwestern. There is one-on-one study abroad financial aid advising available, so I highly recommend that to all students who have questions about how your specific aid package will apply to study abroad. And then there are scholarships available both through my office and also external scholarships as well. All right, so for academic planning, it's a little bit easier for Northwestern programs because it is a set curriculum, so it's not like you have to dig through a full university course catalog, but you should have a degree plan or major in mind as you're exploring programs. You're expected to research your course options and discuss your preliminary course plan with your academic advisor during the application process. Again, this is super easy for Northwestern programs because you're just like, here are the courses that I'm going to take. It's pretty easy. Right, and I've said set curriculum about 7 times, so I think you get the point. All right, we also have major specific resources. I'm just pointing this out in case you're looking at other programs outside of Northwestern programs. These are just a really helpful resource when you're trying to figure out which program may meet your academic needs. All right, and then application process. So the application opens in November. It's November today. Can you believe it? I can't. I think it's still like March. Anyway, so the application will hopefully open at the end of this week, if not the very beginning of next week. So keep an eye on that. And then know your deadlines. So the big deadline coming up is sorry, not the big one. The one coming up is November 10th for spring programs, but the one after that is February 10th. That is for summer, fall, winter, and full year programs. So that's the majority of the terms and certainly the most popular terms for Northwestern students. So keep that in mind. February 10th is a big deadline. Although if there's any of you still wanting to go to South Africa in the spring, you've got 10 days. All right, so once you've determined the term you'd like to go and the associated deadline, know what you can do for the application. So you will apply through the Global Gateway. You can apply to up to 2 programs per term. For Northwestern programs, if there is another option, we recommend applying for a backup program, as most Northwestern programs are competitive and admission is not guaranteed, especially for the summer program. So it's a great idea to have a second program application if you're applying to a Northwestern program. Some programs require an interview. By some programs, I mean the Barcelona summer program is the only one of these that requires an interview. And GHT as well. And all programs require your school advisor's signature as part of the application process. So max of 2 applications, strongly recommend a second application or second program for Northwestern programs, and GHT and Barcelona have an interview requirement. So make sure to get that done before the application deadline. All right, here's how you access the application. You can go to the apply section on our website. Again, everything's going to be through the Global Gateway. That's where we'll explore programs and then apply. Application opens within the next 6 days. COVID-19 update. So Northwestern programs have been approved for fall and winter. We have students in Paris right now. The programs for spring 22 and summer 22 are under review. That is going to be an ongoing process throughout the fall and early winter, but as soon as we have updates, they will be communicated. And then we have an FAQ page for COVID on our homepage, and that is updated regularly. So that is a great place to check for updates. Next steps. So figure out your deadline. Once you've figured out which program or programs you might be interested in, schedule an appointment with an advisor in our office. There will also be some info sessions coming out in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for those. As always, our website is a really robust tool that has a ton of information. And then if you haven't already, please join our newsletter and follow us on social media. That is where we post all upcoming events, deadlines, important information. So I will open it up for questions. I see two things in the chat. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Stellenbosch is 30 minutes from Cape Town. I knew it was 30 something. And GESI does not provide global health credit. No, it is just CESP and international studies. Another question, is this session the same as the one tomorrow at 11? No, that one is specifically for exchange students or exchange programs. And exchange programs are different in quite many ways. So if you're interested in an exchange program, I recommend doing that. My colleague Sarah McGlynn, who is here, will be facilitating that session. Other questions? I know I went through that kind of fast, but I wanted to leave plenty of time. Thanks. All right, well, I will hang out for a little while if you want to stay back for some questions. Oh, specific timing on summer programs is a good question. Most summer programs listed are 8 weeks and begin about a week after the end of spring quarter and run till mid-August. The exception to that is the Barcelona summer program. It is 6 weeks, begins mid-June, goes to the end of July, and the program in Athens is 4 weeks. I believe the month of July, but I am not totally sure on the program dates for that. So those are a bit shorter. All the other ones are 8 weeks.